I'm on a mission to review and rank every single episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and I'm not stopping until it is done. I'm of course talking about the critically acclaimed 3D computer animated Star Wars anthology series that first aired in 2008 and ended in 2020. Not to be confused with Star Wars Clone Wars, the 2D animated micro series that was released in 2003. I'm watching and reviewing every single episode in the official release order to keep things simple and ranking each episode as I go along. When all is said and done, I'll have a complete and comprehensive ranking of every episode from the entire series. So to make sure you don't miss a single episode, like this video and subscribe to the channel to ensure you stay on this journey with me. There will be spoilers for today's featured episode, so viewers beware. Now, on to today's episode. Today we are looking at episode 5 from season 3 titled Corruption. Padme Amidala travels to Mandalore to meet with Duchess Satine as the planet struggles to support its people, with their neutrality affecting their access to supplies and resources. People are getting desperate, with a customs officer taking a bribe to allow the unregulated import of an improperly brewed bottled tea that is poisoning drinkers. After the tea is distributed to multiple schools, a mass outbreak of sick children occurs, causing Padme and Satine to investigate. Satine uncovers rampant corruption and negligence within her very own government as she takes it upon herself to stop the tea from being imported and find those responsible. Satine and Padme find the importers, burn down the factory, and capture or execute everyone involved. At the end of the episode, Satine questions the future of her people and requests that Padme asks for the Jedi Council to send her a Jedi who can look into the corruption within her government. In a recent episode, I said that Season 3 is where Clone Wars finally hits its stride, and while that is certainly true of the latter half of this season, I forgot how dry and unremarkable the earlier episodes of this season can be at times. This can clearly be seen in episodes like Corruption. There is a long string of episodes this season that focus on the politics of Star Wars, and while it does flesh out the universe and give further insights into the motives behind the war, ultimately it just isn't what fans watch the show for. There is a reason that fans reacted so violently towards the heavy focus on politics in The Phantom Menace, and while Clone Wars does a better job of making the politics more compelling, it can still be incredibly unexciting. But let's talk about what I do like about this episode. The pairing of Padme and Satine is a lot of fun. The characters share a lot of qualities, and it's nice to see them share such a comforting and reliable friendship in a changing universe. The fashion on display here from both characters is also gorgeous. I know I don't mention it a lot, but the fashion behind the Star Wars universe never fails to impress me. I also love how Satine commands every situation she finds herself in, and she is a joy to watch from beginning to end. I do like how the poisoned tea develops from a tactic to dilute the tea so that the manufacturers can make more for less, and that the mass poisoning is merely a result of greed. And the clear similarities that the final bust has to real life drug bust is a lot of fun. And of course, it is interesting to see that once again, Clone Wars pushes the idea that it's impossible for any nation or group to stay truly neutral in wartime, with Mandalore suffering because of their refusal to pick a side. All of this is well and good, but this episode has always just felt meandering to me. There's a reason I remember it as the tea episode. I understand that the entire episode is done in service of conveying how Mandalore's independence affects its access to resources, but it isn't super effective in spicing up the politics here. Like I've previously said, it isn't so much that I dislike the politics of Star Wars, although I know a lot of fans despise it. It just isn't what I'm specifically interested in. Yes, this episode suffers from being right in the middle of a collection of politics-heavy episodes, and it would definitely benefit from a different placement, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it feels like dead air in a season that has some of Clone Wars' best arcs. Corruption explores some interesting ideas in an episode that ultimately fails to leave a lasting impression. It is fun to see Padme and Satine paired up to bust an underground smuggling ring, but it doesn't dress up the obvious politics as effectively as other episodes. The tea episode's exploration of how Mandalore's independence and therefore lack of access to resources causes dangerous products to make their way onto the planet does add some context to the wider universe, but it also leaves me begging for a lightsaber to be drawn. It's by no means an awful episode, but it certainly isn't what the audience is demanding. And that was Corruption. Ranking it against every other episode of Clone Wars I've reviewed so far, it currently sits at number 44. Will it hold this place? Only time will tell. And here is the complete ranking so far. That's me finished for this episode. Now, I want to hear from all of you. What's your personal review of this episode? Where would you rank it among every other episode of Clone Wars? Let me know in the comments below after you've liked the video and subscribed. I'll see you guys next time with another Clone Wars episode review and ranking. Until then, thank you for watching. As always, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.